Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I welcome you all in today's math lecture. In today's lecture, we will revise the quiz of the trigonometric ratios of grade O1, term 1, unit 2. The objectives of this lecture is to find out the sine, cosine, and the tangent of an acute angle. Use trigonometric ratios to find the length and the angle measurements in the right angle triangles and to solve the real world problems. Before going in detail, we must uh, have a certain formula in order to revise the sine, cos, and tan formulas. So for that, we have the statement: some people have curly brown hair through proper brushing. So some people have means S for the sine, P for the perpendicular, H for the hypotenuse, means sine theta equals perpendicular by hypotenuse, C for the cos theta, B for base, and H for hypotenuse. And through proper brushing means T for tan theta, P for perpendicular, and B for base. So before going in detail, there is a calculator tip. On a calculator, the trigonometric functions are abbreviated as sine means SIN. These are the abbreviations. Cosine means cos, and tangent means tan theta. And whenever we are writing down the mathematical form in trigonometry, the letter of the vertex of the angle is often used to represent the measure of that angle. For example, the sine of angle A is written as sine A. Now let's take an example. We have this triangle, write the trigonometric ratio as a fraction and as a decimal rounded to the nearest hundred. So we are finding out the value of sine j. So j basically is the reference angle. So if j is considered, we are considering angle j. So this will become the base, and 60 will become the the perpendicular, and 61 will become the hypotenuse. The key here is we always have to consider 90-degree angle. The side opposite to this 90-degree angle is always the longest side of the triangle, and this is named as the hypotenuse. And the side which is having the angles on both of the sides, one is the 90-degree angle, and here the angle J is there. So 11 will be the base, and 60 will be means the KL side, or the 60 length will be the perpendicular. So base will be the side which is having the angles on both of the ends, and hypotenuse is basically opposite to the 90-degree angle. This box basically represents the 90-degree angle. So in order to find out the sine j, we already know that sine means perpendicular by hypotenuse. Here the perpendicular was 60 and the hypotenuse was 61. So simply divide 60 by 61 and you'll be able to find out the answer. It's approximately 0.98. Now we are finding out the cos j. Cos is base by hypotenuse. Here the base was 11 and the hypotenuse was 61. So the cos j is 0.1, is means base by hypotenuse. Cos j equals base by hypotenuse means 11 by 61, and the answer will be approximately equals to 0.18. Now we are finding out 10k. If we are finding out 10k, then KL will become the base, and JL will become the perpendicular, and hypotenuse will remain as it is because that is basically opposite to this 90-degree angle. So tan was perpendicular by base, and the perpendicular is 11 and base is 60, and the approximate answer will be 0.18. Now calculating trigonometric ratios. This is very important thing. Be sure your calculator is in degrees mode, not the radian mode. That a small d will be written on the display of your calculator. You must consider that before doing any question regarding trigonometry in O levels. So use your calculator to find the trigonometric ratio round to the nearest hundred. This is the first example. We are finding out sine 52. Simply press the sine button on your calculator, then write down 52, press equals to, and you'll be having this whole answer. Simply are required to round it off to the nearest hundred, means two decimal places. So round it off, the rounding off here 0.788. This 8 is greater than 5, so you need to add 1 in this 8. So the final answer will be approximately 0.79. Now if we are finding out cos 19, simply press a cos button on your calculator, then write it down 19, and you'll be having this answer 0.9455. Now as this answer is the third number is 5, so you need to add 1 in this 4, the rounding off value, and you'll be able to find out the answer, the final answer, that will be 0.95, the rounded off answer, or two decimal places. Then we are finding out the tan 65. So again, press the tan button on your calculator and then write it down 65, and you'll be having the answer 2.14. Now check this 4, because this is less than 5, so you don't have to do anything, and you'll be having the final answer 2.414. Now let's have this example. We have the angle B 15 degrees, we have the height 10.2 feet, and we are finding out this BC, means the base. So tan theta was perpendicular by base, or opposite leg over adjacent leg. So theta basically here is the angle is already given 15 degrees. So write it down, tan 15 is equals to 10.2 divided by base, means BC we need to find out. So bring this BC on left hand side, it will be multiplied there, and bring this tan 15 on the other side, it will be divided here. So the final value will be BC equals 10.2 over tan 15, and BC final answer will be 38.07 feet. So the steps involved there was, first of all, you need to write down the trigonometric ratio, then substitute the given values, multiply both sides by BC and divide by tan 15 in order to find out the value of BC, and then simplify the expression to get the final answer. When problem solving, you may be asked to find out a missing side of a right triangle. You also may be asked to find a missing angle. If you look at your calculator, you should be able to find the inverse trigonometric functions also. They usually work with pressing shift and then pressing sine, cos, or tan theta. These can be used to find the measures of an angle that has a specific sine, cos, or a tangent value. So the key here is, whenever we are finding out the angle, so we are supposed to use the inverse trigonometric ratio. So let's have this. If sine A equals x, now we need to find out the value of this angle A. So sine will be shifted there. It will become sine inverse x. That will be equal to angle A. Same goes for cos inverse x and tan inverse x also. Then we have, let's find out, have a bit practice of finding out the inverses also. So we, first of all, we have cos inverse 0.87. So first press shift button on your calculator, then press cos button. It will be having cos -1 written on it, and then write down 0.87, and you'll be having the final answer 30 degrees rounded off answer. Same goes for sine inverse and tan inverse. So key here, I want to remind you again that you need to press shift button first, and then the sine, cos, or the tangent value to find out the final answer, angle answer. Now again, very important thing, do not round until the final step of your answer. Use the values of the trigonometric ratios provided by your calculator. Right? Using given values to find the unknown angles, measure out the side lengths of a triangle is known as solving a triangle. Solving means we need to find out any unknown value there. To solve a right angle triangle, you need to know two side lengths or one side length and an acute angle measure. So this was all about. All the best for the quiz, and do ask in case of any confusion. See you in the class. Allah Hafiz. Take care and bye bye.